All right, boys and girls, for today's sake and tomorrow's sake, we know that it's going to be the same information, but I want you to hear it twice because our target has changed. How has our target changed, Maria?
Today we're going to be using our research notes to paraphrase a report, and it's going to be like writing keywords.
Okay, so some of us are at two separate places. Raise your hand if you are at the point where you have exhausted your research, where you have sticky notes, at least 5 to 10 good notes in every single category, and you're ready to paraphrase. Some of you aren't. Some of you are still in the note-taking stage, but I want to do our lesson today and then have you watch it again tomorrow. Maybe I'll stick it into an ad puzzle so you can answer some questions as we go. But I want to show you how to use your research notes to paraphrase a planet report. So here are my notes, my Google Keep notes that I've been taking on the planet Earth, right? I didn't take a ton of notes because I wanted you to do most of your research. So we know that in our Google Keep, if we hit the 3 lines over here, it shows us our different labels. We have discovery of planet, physical features, special traits. Those are our 3 areas. We want to have 5 to 10 good notes or more. More is fine as well. Good notes that we can paraphrase. So I checked my discovery of planet. I only have 3. This is me showing you. That's fine for this. I have several blues and quite a few greens as well. So here's how it works. In your Google Classroom, there's a paraphrasing template. All of you were given this. It's going to be in there, and at the end of today, I will stick this video attached to it so that you can come back to it tomorrow for the lesson. Each of you is going to get a copy. Here's what it looks like. You'll notice that it has a table of contents. I'm going to be giving you an opportunity to write your own table of contents, and then at the top of every page is just each section to help you organize what you do. Physical features, special traits. So physical features was one that I had a lot of notes on. I want to show you now how you're going to take your Google Keep notes and turn them into our paraphrasing sentences. Remember that step 4 of this process is to paraphrase, is to put our notes into in order to create sentences that match our section. So
I like this.
here's what you do. Under Tools, it says Keep Notepad, and if I click that, up comes my notes right by my side. So all my notes are right over here. Now, I'm focusing first on physical features. So guess what I can do to only get my physical features? We label them, right? Right up here, where it says Notes from Keep, there is a magnifying glass that means search. So when I click search, it brings up a search field, and I'm going to type in physical features. And lo and behold, all of my blue notes are here. So they're all right here, organized for me. All I have to do is now start paraphrasing them. So let's see here. I have the word crust, surface mostly water, crust has craters, inner core equals nickel, outer core equals melted iron, mantle equals melted rock, below, crust is rock, Atmosphere holds heat, nitrogen, oxygen. It is rocky. All right. So I want to start organizing these sentences or these notes into groups that I then can create sentences with. So let's start. I see that the crust comes up a lot and the different layers of Earth. So I might want to start my research in Earth has several. So where are you? Planet Earth has several different layers. First is the crust. Right here, I know the crust equals rock. I know the crust has craters. I know there's crust below the ocean. All right. So I might add all of those things together. The crust is made of rock, has many craters, and is even below the ocean floor. All right. So I used crust below ocean, crust has craters, crust equals rock. I don't want to use those sticky notes again. I don't really want to delete them, but I want them out of here so I don't repeat my information. Watch what I do. Crust below ocean. I'm going to hit the three dots. Add the document, open and keep, delete. Well, I don't want to delete it. Oh, I thought it was going to have an archive. So maybe what I have to do is go back to my keep, find my physical features. I used crust below ocean, okay? And there's this button right here. It looks like a box with a down arrow. It's called archive. When I do that, it's going to go away, but it's not going to delete it. It's going to stick it in archive where you can get it later. Crust has craters. Archive that. And crust equals rock. We'll archive that. All right. Archive that for me. Why don't I just try it again? Physical features. Well, I guess it showed up still. So maybe when you're doing this, you're just going to have to remember which ones you used, which ones you didn't. So now I have surface is mostly water, inner core is iron, nickel, outer core is melted iron, mantle is melted rock, and that is below something. I don't remember exactly. Probably below the crust. So I'm going to use these things to write my next sentence. Below the crust is a layer of melted rock called the mantle. Below the mantle is an outer core made of melted iron. Finally, below the outer core is the inner core made of iron and nickel. So I use inner core, outer core, mantle. Looking, all I have left then is rocky. Well, I said that in my first sentence, I don't need it. Atmosphere, and the surface is mostly water. So I'm going to put those into a sentence. Earth has an atmosphere which holds heat in. The atmosphere is made mostly of nitrogen and oxygen. The surface of Earth is also mostly covered with water. All right. Take my tools away. I now have paraphrased my physical features. All right. The other way you could do this would be to go into your Google Keep, to separate your screens, and do it that way. Either way works. One other option, if you open up your tools in your Keep Notepad, you search for, let's say we want to do discovery of planet. I have my 3 notes on discovery. I can add them to my document. Okay? It ended up sticking it down here, not really where I wanted it. So maybe if I click under Discovery of Planet, add to document, it'll pop in. I can add my next note and my next, and I can do my paraphrasing then right underneath and say, Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. It rotates at 66,700 miles per hour around. It revolves around the sun once every 365 days. So that's another way to do this as well.